It was time 2 a.m. The bungalow on Alipur Road in Delhi was wrapped in silence. Outside, the security guards were on duty, but one room in the bungalow still had its lights on. That room was filled with books, thousands of them stacked from floor to ceiling. Sitting on a chair among those books was Dr. Bimrao Ambedkar, the architect of modern India. But tonight he wasn't holding a pen or a draft of the Constitution. Instead, he had a violin in his hands. Very few people know how much Babasaheb loved playing the violin. He had even taken formal training for it. That night he was trying to play a tune on the violin. His fingers were trembling. There was pain running through his veins. His body was fighting illness, but he didn't stop. He kept playing a sad tune that kept breaking over and over. Just then the cook who had brought him some water froze. He saw Babasaheb's eyes shut tight, tears slipping down his cheeks from closed eyelids. The violin's melody sounded like a lullaby. Gathering courage, the cook asked, "Baba, you haven't slept all night in this tune. It's so sad." Babasaheb put the violin down. What he said in his deep voice never made it into the history books, but it was etched in the silence of that night. It echoed in my mind. They said Sudama is a fictional name, but today I'm reminded of the state of the kingdom. The story goes back to the 1920s, the clash between London and Bombay. That was the time when Bimrao was finishing his studies in London. He lived there like an ascetic. When he didn't have money for food, he'd roast papa to fill his stomach and keep himself awake because he had to study. He knew well how his community was living in hell back in India. Meanwhile, his wife Ramabai was fighting a different kind of battle at home in India. The household was in deep poverty. Bimrao would save whatever little money he could. They used to spend money on books. Ramai ran the household by selling cow dung cakes and sticks, but she never told her husband about her struggles. In those days, Babasaheb and Ramai lost one child after another. Their children were dying due to illness and lack of treatment. The youngest son, Rajratna, was Babasaheb's most beloved. When Babasaheb returned to Bombay, Rajratna was sick. The child would light up at the sight of his father. Babasaheb thought that now that he was back, maybe everything would get better, but fate had other plans. Rajratna caught double pneumonia. They didn't have enough money for medicine. Babasaheb, who was well versed in the world's laws, they knew economics. That night as a father he was completely helpless. It was a night of utter disaster. Rajratna was struggling to breathe. Ramai sat there like a statue of stone. Babasaheb held his young son's tiny hands in his own. That child, who might have grown up to be his father's support, was now slipping away right before him. Within moments Rajratna passed away. Chaos erupted in the house. But the real tragedy was yet to come. When it was time to take the body to the cremation ground, they found out there wasn't even enough money to buy a shroud. That was a moment no one should ever have to face. It could have broken anyone's spirit. A barrister, a scholar, couldn't even afford a new shroud for his own son. Neighbors and friends offered to help. But Babasaheb's pride and the ocean of grief inside him were so deep, he felt completely empty. In the end, they tore a piece from an old sari of Ramai kept in the house. That's what they wrapped the child's body in. When Babasaheb took his son's small body in his arms and walked toward the cremation ground, his legs didn't falter, but his soul was crying. That day, looking at the burning pyre, he made a vow, staring at the blazing fire. I kept telling myself quietly, today I've lost my son. Because I'm poor, because we're untouchables, because we don't have resources. Today I vow that I won't let millions of untouchable children in this country become rotched. I'll sacrifice my personal happiness, my family, everything I have. But I won't let my community suffer this helplessness again. That broken tune on the violin was for that rotched. Babasaheb looked at the cook and said, "People ask what Ambedkar did for society. They don't see how I burned my constitution, my everything, in this sacrifice. She left, my children left. Today when I play the violin, I feel like I'm talking to them." That night Babasaheb didn't play the violin again. He put it back in its case and turned towards his desk, where the Constitution of India and the manuscript of Buddha and his teachings were waiting for him. He wiped away his tears and picked up his pen once more. Because a father might cry, but Babasaheb wasn't allowed to. Millions of people were looking up to him with hope. Now let's see what this story teaches us about Dr. Ambedkar's life. We often value greatness by the success of people. We get dazzled by their shine, their degrees, their positions, their statues, but we forget that greatness never comes for free. Dr. Ambedkar Babasaheb didn't become who he was by luck. He sacrificed his own happiness. The message is, if you want to be a light for society, you have to burn yourself like a lamp. After losing his son, Babasaheb could have broken down, drowned himself in alcohol, or fallen into depression. But he turned his personal pain into strength for society. He gave his suffering a purpose. The message is, pain in life is inevitable. But whether you use that pain to destroy yourself or to change the world, that's your choice. The invisible foundation of sacrifice is what supports the rights we enjoy today: jobs, education, equality. Behind it all lie sacrifices like Ramabai's and the untimely deaths of children like Rajratna. The message is that we shouldn't just be grateful for our rights. Our freedom today is the result of someone else's sacrifice yesterday. This story teaches us that Dr. Ambedkar was not just an intellectual but a great soul whose heart was deeper than the ocean and stronger than the Himalayas. That's all for today's video. If you liked the video we made and want us to continue Babasaheb's mission, you can support us financially. Just scan the QR code provided to send your contribution. We really need your help right now. How did you like our video on Babasaheb? Please let us know by commenting below. Friends, that's all for today's video. On this channel, I keep sharing all kinds of information about Babasaheb's life, big and small. If you like Babasaheb and want to learn more about him, then please subscribe to the Ambedkar Saheb YouTube channel. Thanks for watching the full video. I hope your thoughts are as good as Babasaheb.